An afternoon in the Pittsburgh area for Vice President Mike Pence. Air Force Two arrived late this morning, and the Vice President disembarked along with Pennsylvania's Republican Senator Pat Toomey. The first stop in what the Trump-Pence campaign is calling the Great American Comeback Tour was a listening session at Covenant Church in Wilkinsburg. The Vice President met with faith and community leaders and said there was no excuse for what happened to George Floyd.
There's also no excuse for the violence and the rioting and the looting that took place here in the Pittsburgh area and all across the country.
Next stop for the Vice President, David's Diner in Springdale. There he spoke with the owners of the restaurant and some of the customers having lunch. Good evening. Thanks for joining us on KDKA and CBSN Pittsburgh. I'm Ken Rice. Vice President Pence is just wrapping up his day at a manufacturing facility in Sarver. Chris Hoffman has been covering the campaign visit. He joins us now with more. Chris.
Ken, he visited Oberg Industries here in Sarver, where he addressed about 150 to 200 people for about 45 minutes this afternoon. He was a little bit behind schedule, started addressing a little after 4 o'clock, finished up maybe about 10 minutes ago, and then he actually went out to talk to some of the people in the audience here, but that's how quickly it cleared up as they're already starting to take down some of the stuff here. Now, this was all part of the Great American Comeback Tour that they were talking about. It's to really talk about economic policies following this COVID-19 pandemic. And then today, the campaign, I kind of have a feeling of a campaign rally as the Vice President discussed work for the President has done during this pandemic and the George Floyd protest. Now, before this all started, there was a roundtable discussion with Republican Congressman Mike Kelly, Glenn Thompson, and Guy Reschenthaler. They talked about ways to get the economy running again. Much of that focused on keeping jobs in America and working trade deals with our allies. Now, Vice President Mike Pence told this audience that the workers are already beginning this great American comeback, and we are leading the way. He also addressed the protests following the death of George Floyd in police custody. He says what happened to Floyd was a tragedy, but looting and rioting is senseless. Mr. Pence also said law and order will be the centerpiece of the Great American Comeback, while touting the president's work to make the lives of Black Americans better. In dealing with the economy, the vice president says the best is yet to come for the American people.
I mean, the truth is that many African American families in our major cities for more than a half a century have labored under failed policies of liberal Democratic leadership, depriving them of jobs and opportunities and education excellence. That's why yesterday President Trump made it clear that we're going to work with law enforcement and community leaders to find ways that we can improve, give them more tools and more resources.
Now, earlier in the morning, he was in Wilkinsburg to talk with church and community leaders about giving Black Americans equity, equal opportunities to many of the same opportunities other Americans already have. Now, Vice President Mike Pence is already headed back to Air Force Two. He is expected to be taking off shortly to head back to Washington, D.C. Coming up at 6, we'll have a little bit more about his visit, which also included a tour of the Oberg facility here in Sarver. Chris Hoffman, KDKA News.
Thanks, Chris. Joe Biden responding to Pence's visit today in a statement saying in part it's an insult to Pennsylvanians that Vice President Pence is using Pittsburgh as a prop on the cynically titled Great American Comeback Tour, because had the Trump-Pence administration not bungled the response to the pandemic so dramatically, there wouldn't be a need for such an enormous comeback.